Hello and welcome everybody to Title Tuesday. This is a weekly event for title players, one of my favorite events on Chess.com. It was a life-saving tournament back at the time where there was a lockdown and professional chess players could not compete, and therefore Title Tuesday started to be a weekly event, and it has been a tradition so far. And I personally really looking forward to this show today, which I will be hosting. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Woman Grandmaster Dina Belinkaya, and you can also follow me on my Twitch channel, The Belinkaya. And today we will be having a lot of action. I assume Hikaru Nakamura is participating, so that is gonna be one of our main heroes. But there are so many more grandmasters and international masters and women grandmasters and all kinds of title players competing. So now, before we start the games, let us take a look at the format of this event. So here we have, as always, a 11 round Swiss tournament. We have it, as I said, every Tuesday. It starts at the same time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Central European. The time control has always been the same, which is 3 minutes plus 1 second increment. 1 minute increment would perhaps be too much. And the tie breaks, as usual, are the same as on every usual Chess.com event. And now let us see what are the prizes for tonight as well as for every week. There are in fact $1,600 in prizes for every tournament, and the first place goes with $750. 400 and 150 for the third. We also have a fourth place, a best streamer, and a best female, which I believe is not such a... It's a quite a relatively new thing, the best female prize, that I am more than happy to have it. And we will soon start the games. Actually, the games might have already started. Let us now take a look. We have them here. We have 470. Wait. That's complicated. We have 437 people competing. Yeah, that's what I can see. And probably there will be even more competing later on. I believe there's gonna be some late entries. That's a pretty common thing. And here on our screens we see the one and only Hikaru Nakamura. I also welcome everybody who is watching us on Twitch as well as on YouTube. Welcome everybody. Hi to so many of you who we know, who know me and who I know already. I see so many familiar names. And hello to the new ones as well. And let's take a look at this one. Here the question is, are we going to follow Hikaru or the rest of the world? We'll try to do both. Well, we will start by respect with Hikaru. Let us see what he is doing here. He's having... So far, he has white pieces. Yeah, that's correct. He has... a very nice column here. I like it. The line, he's taking control of it. Any particular advantage? Now, King G2 has just been played. A very nice and solid move, saying I don't know what to do, so I simply improve my pieces. Now we have knight a6. And so far... Well, okay. Oh, what? What? Wait, what? Mouse slip? Oh my god, that was a mouse slip. Queen takes e6, giving away the queen versus the rook and the knight. It's not worth it. Okay, I was just about to say that I finally counted the material and Hikaru was with a pawn up when he misclicked, that's what I would say, and gave away the queen. Now he has just taken the second pawn, so mathematically speaking it would be 3 plus 2 plus 5, which makes... 10, which makes 10, even more than the queen. Oh, and now there is 11th pawn. So actually, might not have been might not have been a misclick after all. Maybe he's maybe he's mocking at his opponent. Yeah, that could be actually true. Okay, so he has an advantage. That's true. Now, especially that he has taken all the pawns. Wow. The more I think about it, the more I consider it as a thing that he did on purpose. Now, look at this rook on h8. It is extremely strong, controlling every single file. And rook on the 8th rank, it cannot be stronger. I mean, it could be stronger than it would be on the 7th. Yeah, on the 7th it could actually be stronger. Okay, now black tries to activate their king to to keep the control of the pieces and the harmony. But look at this rook on d8. Now bishop has just attacked the rook on e8. If the rook goes away, then we would have rook takes f8. Now queen a2 is a good move, trying to attack. And bishop takes e8 intermediate, and now Hikaru wins a second piece. But that means that he has a clear material advantage now. Look at this h3 pawn, it'll just run. Oh boy, he's just humiliating his opponent. That's such a terrible thing to see. Now there's just gonna be the pawn that will run, and there is nothing more to see in this game. Let us now jump and see someone else. Here we have Grishuk. Ooh, Grishuk is competing. Can someone remind us among our viewers if Grishuk is registered as a player in Grand Swiss? That is curious, because in this case he would be playing from the hotel room from Riga. So Grishuk is playing versus French designer. It should be a familiar name to me. I can't say immediately who is that. Must be someone who I definitely know. FIDE master from France. And now look at this queen on g6 and this pin that we see right now. It's not very pleasant at all. Also, the king is quite open for black. I would actually give the advantage to white. And now that I see that we also have the evaluation bar, it says that white is clearly better. So yeah, my guess was correct. Oh, Grishuk dropped out from the Grand Swiss. Ooh. All right, that actually makes things more clear. And but I actually think that we should see some of the players from Grand Swiss competing in this Title Tuesday nevertheless, but apparently that's not Grishuk. Now we have just seen g takes f5. All right. In the meantime, I'm checking if we have some nice little music on the background. Let me see. Probably put it a little bit lower. Something like this. Yeah, should be good. Tell me if you prefer it this way. And apart from that, we are... Oh, it's just been a draw. Okay, it has just been a draw. Okay, I see. Wow. All right, let's see who's also playing here. We have Wonderful Time, one of the strongest Blitz players on Chess.com. International master from Vietnam. Min Lee, I believe this is his name. I struggle pronouncing correctly. Oh wow! I just wanted to say that it was a rook blunder, but then the knight took, and he has just won his game. Okay, now let's take a look at this situation. What do we have here? Azeri chess must be Shah versus Farch from Norway, and white has just blundered something. Oh, rook a2 is not something that the computer likes. Okay, now I understand. Actually, these pawns are going, and they go, and they go, and they go, and they go everywhere. Okay, that makes sense. So here what we have is that black will just promote the pawn, and then it's gonna be over. Who is this guy? We have yet another grandmaster. Okay, here we have already the results. Okay, let's probably see how some games will finish. Here we have international master from Brazil with black pieces, Roberto JBM, who is about to win, has just won. Okay, nice. That makes sense. And what do we have here? Some more games being played. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This is gonna take some time. So here we have national master. It's not. It's not gonna take any time because it has already finished. Okay, maybe this one. I'm just looking for those games, you know, which will last forever, like rook versus rook. Why not? Trying to flag with 1 second increment. Okay, here black was better, but black was actually 2 pawns up. But now he's about to lose. Did you see? Completely overplaying in the rook endgame with 2 pawns down. Wow, what a technique, what a technique. So Maestro Za, grandmaster from Russia, is showing an amazing technique in the rook endgame versus national master Mamedyarov from United States. Alright, he's just about to be mated and those 2 pawns are about to be promoted. Well, for those who don't know, whatever you have, wherever there are 2 connected passed pawns in the rook endgame, it's usually an easy win. Yeah, that is true. And oh no, what happened? Look at this. Oh boy, what an amazing, oh wow, what an amazing bluff from National Master from United States. Look at this. This is just fabulous. He gave away the rook like this, hoping that his opponent would pre-move something, like queen or something, and then he would take the rook. So obviously the position is completely winning for black. Oh, sorry, for white. The position was completely winning for white. Oh, come on. This is interesting. But what white did is that white pre-moved. White was expecting the check, and white pre-moved the king to c4. And now after this, it's immediately draw. Yeah, that is a big misfortune. Okay, we still have some games or not? Yeah, so round number 2 has just started. Oh, Karina is playing versus Hikaru. Wow, this I cannot go by. No, wait. Pass by without having a look at this game. Karina Chess is my dear friend from Russia, international master Karina Bartsuma, who is also a streamer. She streams her tournaments on her YouTube channel. You can check that out on her profile. She streams usually in Russian, and now she's facing the one and only, the maestro of online, the maestro Hikaru. Now Karina plays this kind of ready setup. Okay, bishop g5, trying to improve. Well, this is actually probably with the idea of knight takes, but then it's gonna be f6. F6. Well, okay, one thing I do understand, you should not trust Hikaru. So wherever he gives you away, you should probably consider taking it. Okay, she takes it with the bishop. That's probably the best here in this situation. Now, what is interesting, Hikaru has given away the pawn, and he's opening the file, the H file, in order to attack. This is very smart. So usually you do want to give away such a pawn because you want to attack. All right, Karina will be fighting. I'm pretty sure she will enjoy this game, whatever the result is gonna be. Now f6 is very ugly, but there is a concrete idea to prepare g5 and to block the bishop. Maybe Karina should try something like bringing the queen. Yeah, that is an interesting move. Now g5, queen g6, but there is just simple king f8. Then white could try bishop takes g5. Oh wow, rook h6. Yeah, rook h6 is actually very how to say, mocking. Yeah, that would be something that I would say. Hikaru is not in a rush. He protects the pawn and he says that that's enough. He doesn't need more. No, he doesn't need more, in fact. And yeah, okay. Now we have just seen g5, knight takes g5, pawn takes g5, bishop takes g5. Now Karina is a piece down, but she has 1, 2, 3. Wow, actually 3 pieces for a... No, did I say pieces? 3 pawns for a piece should be all right. The problem here is that we're not in the end game, we're in the middle game. So Karina's king, white's king, is a little bit suffering. Could actually be under attack. Now Hikaru also wants to castle long And that's why white has just played b4. That is interesting. Now knight g4, attacking the bishop on e3 and the pawn on h2. But I assume the pawn on h2 is way more delicious for Hikaru's in Hikaru's menu than this bishop on a3. The position is fine still. You can see that by the bar. It doesn't give that much of a trouble to white. a4, okay. Probably knight to f3, protecting the h2 could be necessarily. Oh, no. Yes, knight to f3, protecting the h2 would be necessary. Because now knight has just taken the pawn on h2 and king takes h2 is not possible because of the discovered check. Bishop f1. Oh, what a misfortune. What is misfortune? Okay, now knight f3 anyway. Okay. Yes. Well, there is this saying, as long as there is a fianchetto bishop on g2 protecting the king, it's not possible to mate. Because even imagine if you bring this queen to h2, the king would still go to f1. So for now, situation is still holding. That's what I can't say it's under control because it's not, but it is still holding. It is, or holdable. Yeah, there is still some hope for Karina. Now knight g6 is not threatening much because there is this pawn protecting both squares. So for now everything is okay. Ooh, bishop to g5. Yes, I like this move. Bishop to g5. You see, controlling these files, and the king has to go to f8. Yeah, the king cannot castle long. Yeah, that's the thing. And also this a6 is really, really nice because this is how you prepare the future pass pawn. You improve your endgame position in a way, and a7 becomes a weakness. Yeah, I think Karina is doing a great job, but the board doesn't agree with me. Uh-oh. Okay, there must be some tactics soon. Something like... Maybe not. We will see. Okay, it's still an extra piece. One thing I do have to add. Look at the time. Karina has 23 seconds and Hikaru has more than 1 minute. It is too much. It is too much as an advantage for someone who is 600 points higher than you. Okay. Oh, wow. How creative. Rook takes h5. Queen takes h5, bishop g4, now queen g6. But there is rook e6 trapping the queen. And bishop f6 is necessary. And now the queen is trapped. Wow. Oh, but look at the bar. It says that it is still fine. What is... Queen h3! No! Mate is coming! No! No. Was there something like Queen h4? King h2 No. Wait, what was here? What was the move that would try to save? g4? No? Okay. Let's say Queen h4, but there is no... Okay, let's just say Hikaru was stronger. Who else is still playing here? There is Artem Timofeyev that we see on our screens with white pieces. Oh, Rook d3, thank you, dear viewers. Yeah, Rook d3 was the move, that's correct. You give... Oh yeah, that's the blunder that I had. And probably the same with Karina, because when you put the king... Oh, the Rook to d3... Then you attack the bishop. And Queen h3 is not possible because Rook takes f3. That's correct. Forces a bishop to trade or a queen to trade. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Very nice suggestion, you see? That's correct. I like that you suggest such good moves. Okay. What games do we still have in progress? Let's take a look. Here there is Poland Hussards from Poland with white pieces, who is about to win because he's promoting first. And now queen to h1. Oh, look at the speed. Look at how fast. Now you just promote and you take And you promote. Oh, no, there's not gonna be a stalemate. There is not gonna be a stalemate. No, no, no. Okay, this is a win, and this is a fair win. Okay, let's take a look at someone we might know. Here, okay, Queen endgame. We have Aldohin Ivan, international master. Oh wait, I was struggling to pronounce his name, and he wasn't happy about it, and he showed his unhappiness by playing Queen c7, which is a mouse slip, because after Queen takes Queen c7, you just say bye bye my queen, and that's all, end of a story. Such a pity though. Okay, let's now see how, or what do we have here? Yet another Queen endgame. That is interesting. Now White's king is really strong, and we could use it. I mean, White could use it trying to trade the queens. But here Black King will also come, so it doesn't help. No, this is a dreadful draw. There's nothing we can see here apart from our favorite mouse slips. Yeah, mouse slips could be nice. This is something that we really like. Lost on time! Iskusnych. Lost on time. Grandmaster. Being in such a great position. I mean, in such a drawish position, he lost on time. Oh, that's such a pity. That's a pity, yeah. Drama. Okay, let's take a look if we have more dramas here. All the games of the round 2 should be finished, I believe. Yeah, that means we will now have round number 3 starting soon. Let us see. And pray for the round 3. Okay, everybody is with 2 out of 2 here. Uh-oh, not there where I wanted to go. We still have some. Yes, no. Yes, no. Games. Okay, there we go. We have the games of the round 3. And here, who do we see? Okay, we have Pavel Chess Coach, international master from Poland, with white pieces versus Azeri chess. And Azeri, as far as we remember, is Shah. Yeah, Shahriar Mamedyarov. And here we have a Sicilian defense. Yeah, pretty sharp line. And bishop takes f6. I really like this move because you give away your bishop in the open position against the knights, but you take the control of the most important square of the board, which is d5, and now you will be able to put one of your knights here, and if the bishop takes it, it's going to be another knight which will come, and then it's going to be the pawn to c4, and everything's going to be really nice here. Although White has just given away the pawn, and look at the bar completely disagrees with me, but the bar says that black is better. I see this is arguable, yeah. On practical level, I would still put preference to white. Also, now the question is, where does white king castle? Because if he castles short, then there's gonna be a rook that will say hi by the h file. Right. So that is the moral of the story. Now knight e7. Okay, interesting. Knight e7. Knight takes e7. Queen takes e7. Yeah, knight e7 is a good move because you fight for this square. So everything that I have just explained you about the importance of the d5 square is being proved by this move of the black. Because black now tries to fight for this square as well, and that is very reasonable. The d5 square in general in such kind of Sicilians, I believe it's a Svashnikov Sicilian or Kalashnikov Sicilian. Yeah, in this kind of Sicilians, this d5 square is the square of the board, the most important square. So this is correct. Alright, so knight takes e7 is the move that we see right now. Queen takes c7, and then the other knight will come to d5. I assume for white being a pawn down, trading this bishop versus knight, which has just happened, by the way, and being now in the position with opposite cast. Oh, wait. Not opposite castles, but opposite colored bishops is a good thing for white, because being a pawn down, you kind of want to increase your chances for a draw. And what is a better way to do that than to have opposite colored bishops? Now e4 is an interesting move because you open this file and you try to say, I want to activate my queen, and that's about it. Also, queen from e5 will be controlling d5. So yeah, that's a good move. Also, e3 would be interesting, activating the bishop. And now, by the way, we have just seen the castle. So from one side, it is dangerous for black because of queen h5, which we have just seen on the board. But from other side, the question is, what will white's king do here in the center of the board? White king cannot stay in the center, and that is a fact. So let's probably think together where this king could potentially go. I assume something like king to castle, and that has just happened. Okay, that was actually a good guess. Yeah. Okay, now we're looking for a plan, and actually black is looking for a plan. Okay, now b5 has just happened. Black pawn attacks white's bishop. Now the bishop needs to go somewhere, and I do not like bishop b3 because I would prefer bishop to d5 and then pawn to c4, because if you play now pawn to c4, then you kind of block your bishop. That's the thing. Right. So let's say white develops their rook. Okay, this is also fine. Now rook b5. Yeah, well, the position is with a pawn up for black, so that is why they have an advantage. And once again, I would say the chances for draw here are relatively high. Now, white needs to be careful because there is this e2 idea, giving a fork to both rooks. Also, yeah, that's why white has just taken. But here, what is interesting, we have this, we had that rook, but I was just about to suggest f6, but it's no longer relevant. Now, I'm slightly worried for this pawn on f5 because it is pretty weak. But now I understand that it's not about the weakness of the pawn, it's about, it's about the weakness of the king, and now we're exchanged down in a completely lost position. Yeah, nothing is, no. Black will win this game, and he has just won. You see how good I'm predicting things? Okay, let's see who else is playing. We would like to see someone we haven't seen yet. Okay, who is gonna be our favorite? Let's see this game. We have national master from Brazil, Tormento 16, who is facing an Indian FIDE master, Suyu 28. And this is a wow, this is interesting. Look at this king of white. It is staying here on d1 under attack of white's rook and of black's rook and queen. But what is interesting, black's king on g7 is also kind of under attack because there is gonna be queen to h5, then queen to h7, queen to h8, and mate is going to come also. There is gonna be queen g. Oh yeah, that's why black has just played queen f7, protecting everything. So that is, yeah, that is a logical solution. Now let's count the material. This is a thing that you should. Oh, intermediate. Oh, that was an intermediate. Ooh, I suppose white blundered this queen b3, definitely blundered. Yeah, okay, so now let's count the material. Wow, queen h5, how desperate, I love that. But there is gonna be queen f5 and no threats anymore, no threats. So, queen f4? Why not queen f5? Ooh, that's interesting. So here is the thing. What is interesting is that whenever you start any position, you open any position that you don't know, you do want to count the material first. Wait, is that a blunder? Oh shoot. What happened? Wait. King g8. Oh, king g8. What a terrible blunder. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Instead, black should have continued with the checks. And then everything would be alright. But what checks? Okay, if you go... Yeah, it's not so easy to give checks, in fact, because if you go here, here, or here, then it's gonna be rook f2. Yeah, well, definitely the whole mistake, because the only check that is here in the air is queen g6, so the whole mistake was here. Black had an option to take the pawn on f5 with a check. And what would be better than that? But they didn't do it. Pity. Okay, let's take a look at other games that are still in progress. Here we have Woman International Master from Kazakhstan, ASOO, facing FIDE Master Nicola Grai. What is this? What is this? Oh, exactly something that we were looking for. Opposite colored bishops. The nice thing about it... Okay, count the material, Dina. First of all, 3 pawns versus 2, so 1 extra pawn for white, but not so... Oh, for black, sorry, but actually complete draw. There's no plan to improve the position here. The bishop will be just staying from e4 to d5 and then back and forth, and the king will be staying on a2, so yeah, not enough material. Unfortunately, no, this is not gonna be anything promising. Maybe we can switch to some other games, but they might have already finished. Yeah, they might have already finished. I'm still looking for some action, but no, nope. Seems like we're about to enter to the round 4, and that is gonna be something we all have been looking for. Round 4. Round 4 is a good round because there's gonna be a break of 6 minutes after the round 4, so it's gonna be the final round before the break, before the first break, and that is a good thing for players, because you sometimes do need to take that break, especially if you're getting into not the best sequence of games and you have not made the best result that you wanted to. Then you really need to, you know, to take that time to breathe, to calm down, especially when you come from kind of an emotional situations, and chess is a very emotional game. All right, so here we are in the round 4. Let us see who we can follow. How about this matchup? We have FIDE Master player 2006 from Uzbekistan playing with white pieces versus a grandmaster from India. Gupta, I would say. This is just the last name, which is the easiest. And this is actually a theoretical position. I have played this one plenty of times. Here it is nice that white can choose in any Sicilian what kind of direction to go for. And here white chooses a comfortable one, a slow one, because this is how you can try to overplay your opponent positionally. Now the plan would be to play c3 and d4, trying to take the center, and you see they do it just in a second after I suggested it. So now knight d2 with the idea of knight f1, now knight g3, probably, yeah, knight g3. Oh, a4 is also good because you stop b5, and then knight f1 and knight e3 and knight f5. Come on, this is what I want to see. Do it, just do it for me. Knight f1, knight g3, knight f5, yeah. Okay, d5 is also smart, especially when the rook is already on e8 and no longer on f8, because now black's plan would be to push the f-pawn, just like the typical King's Indian plan. And the only difference is that the rook is already on e8, so black will have to lose a second tempo. So they have already lost the tempo on going rook f to e8, and now they will lose the second tempo to play rook e8 to f8. Yeah, that's it. Now knight b6, rook d8, and there is gonna be b4. I really love that. I really love the way how white plays this position. I mean, not only because this is my favorite type of positions, but also because I think it's a correct way how white does everything here. And look at this one. Ooh, bishop to b5. Is that a bishop? We need a poll in the chat to understand, is that bishop on b5 is a bishop or is a pawn? Look at this. It is surrounded by its own pawns. And by the way, everything is happening according to the scenario that I gave you. Now, knight h7 is with the idea to push f5. Although bishop g5 says that f5 is not in a rush. Okay, g3 is also very smart, putting the bishop to g2, then playing h4. Yeah, rook to where we go? Rook to f8. Yeah, rook to f8, proving my idea with f5. It is a big pawn, but it's a pawn. Yeah, this is how they usually call it. This is how they usually call it. Now, h4 is a nice one. I almost called it h5, but then I stopped myself and realized it was a 4. Because now we control this square for the knight, which was the g5. And the knight... Knight doesn't know where to go until... apart from getting back to f6. And look what happens. f5 is exactly what I was saying. f5, bishop takes f5. Now rook took on f5. Now bishop g6 is also nice. And okay, rook f6. Now what is the plan? Well, one thing we can be sure of is that white is having an advantage. And if you ask me why, then I will point you out on this amazing pawn on b5. Also, this diagonal is pretty nice. Now, I assume the right thing would be to transfer the bishop to c2 and then to threaten some kind of mating ideas. But the thing is that I was just about to say that the knight was protecting the h7, but now I see that it went to d7, attacking the knight b6, which is also smart. And now... I am worried. I'm worried that black will activate their only bad piece, playing to f5. That is not something that white wanted to, and we can see that by the changes in the evaluation bar. It doesn't show any advantage to white anymore. In fact, it shows that black is better. Now f4 is gonna be a suicide move, I believe. Opening everything. You can see the bar is not happy. Now bishop will come to f5. Yeah, this is something that we kind of expect. Ooh. Okay, what is happening? E takes f4. Queen e7. Doesn't attack anything, but at the same time, queen is extremely strong. That is nice. And it is extremely annoying to have your opponent's queen like this in your camp. Also, look at this. A rook to e8 is not possible because bishop is controlling this diagonal. Yeah, that is a big misfortune. Okay, fine. Now, what else do we have here? What else do we have here? Actually, I like how white plays. You know, it is a little bit worse, okay, but we do put some pressure to our opponent, and this is how we usually play in blitz. The next move would be something like rook to e4 and then rook to g4, but that's a blunder. Oh wow, what is that? Look at this. Oh boy, rook to e6, giving the rook away, putting it in front of the bishop. Now bishop takes e6, pawn takes e6, and wow, I love that. White will have an extremely strong pawn on e6, and we'll also be able to put the bishop to f7, which is gonna be an amazing outpost. Yeah, I really love that. And now there is a pawn on d6 that is about to fall. Okay, they didn't take it. Pity. Okay, now rook f1, pinning the pawn on f4, because after f takes g3, there's gonna be rook takes f6, and then everything's gonna collapse. But bishop g4 is a good thing because you trade your opponent's active piece. Now bishop on h5 is under attack, and the question is, where does white put it? Okay, bishop e8, but bishop e8 looks like a blunder. No, yes, something is not right about white's position. But once again, I do want to tell you that it's about your practical decisions, not about your the actual things that the engine says. What is interesting here is that queen will come to c2, and there's gonna be nothing interesting anymore because it's just gonna be a game over. Yeah, now there is also bishop. Blunder! Okay, I should not react that much on this. Do you see that? Bishop e2, queen takes e2, did not happen. Instead, bishop d7, attacking the queen. But there is this queen e5 protecting everything. And now look at this. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, maybe it's... No, it is over. It is completely over. Oh no, such a pity. Such a pity. Yeah, this is gonna be a game over now for white. Yeah. Okay, I wish I could show you, but let me show you actually. This is an important situation for us. I don't believe that anything that happened after is interesting. Here, black needed to attack the rook. That was the correct option. Playing something like bishop to h3 would be a nice move. Instead, black played bishop e2, which is a terrible blunder. After queen takes e2, we would win a piece, but instead bishop d7. And here okay, now two pieces are attacked, we agree, but after queen e5, both pieces are protected, the queen and the bishop. There is nothing else that will happen, and here just giving away this and eating this, and then it's just game over. Okay, nicely played by oh, maybe probably I should refresh it. Yeah, it's gonna be over. Unless there's a stalemate, but no, those are strong players, there's gonna be no stalemate. Also, do not forget, it's a 1 second increment. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, we're searching for some games. If there are still some games in progress, we can take a look. Shocker Lover is losing. All right, that's understandable. Here we have Tony Chess has just won. Yeah, seems like... Okay, this is also the game that is still in progress. International Master from Brazil, Roberto JBM, is playing versus FIDE Master from Cuba. And seems like Roberto is winning. White is having 2 extra pawns. Also, bishop versus the knight. Now the question is, what is the plan? You do want to bring your king. Yes, and probably that's it. Then the pawn pushes, and then there is just gonna be taking, and then boom, and the pawn promotes. And that is our last... No. It just takes it with a pawn. There is no stalemate there. The king will come to... But look at this. Okay, Roberto was thinking... Yeah, he was torturing his opponent. And black resigns. And that means that all the games from the round 4 have just finished. That is correct. And we are about to take a short break. But before that... Let us now take a look at the standings. What do we have here? We have Snowflake. Wait. What do we have? The standings. Okay, we have yeah, we have Gangis with 4 out of 4. Okay, let's just see how many people. Oh, okay, we have so many people with 4 out of 4. In fact, we have 15 people with 4 out of 4. That is too early for now to discuss standings. So let us now take a short break and be back to you very soon. and welcome back to Title Tuesday. We're about to enter to the round 5. We have just entered to the round 5, and for those who do not know me, I'm Women Grandmaster Dina Belinka, and today I'm your host, and we are having an amazing show with 15 players with 4 out of 4 perfect results. Let us take a look at the games of some players that we haven't yet seen. Here we go with a biggest YouTube chess creator, Mr. Gotham Chess, international master Levi Rosman from United States. He's having white pieces here. He's with 3.5 versus Jospam. I believe he is also streaming. You can confirm me that in the chat. I am always taking a look at the chat, as you know. And I actually like the position that Levi has here on the board. He has a perfect King's Indian, I would say. Look at this knight on a5. Is that a knight? Has actually zero place where to go, 0 squares. Probably b6 and knight to b7 would be an idea. But yeah. So here we have b5. Okay, this is something that I predicted. I really like the bishop on c3, which is looking against the bishop on g7. Okay. Everything that I said above has just been taken under... has been just questioned, so forgive everything. Okay, actually, maybe I was not that wrong. Yeah, but anyway, the most active piece of white has been traded to the knight. Now we have seen several trades, but actually we can see the reason why Levi did it. He won a pawn. So a pawn is a pawn. That could actually be yes and no. Let's see. Okay, queen to c2 is gonna be next. Now yeah, okay, thank you. Now putting the rook somewhere to, let's say, b1, pushing the pawn to b6. Well, the question is, what are we going to do with this bishop on d3? Also, now what is interesting from the strategical point of view, black has 2 bishops. 2 bishops are an advantage in open positions. This position is looking more like a close than an open. Okay, b3. Yeah, so here's the thing. B pawn is an extra pawn, but it is also a backward pawn. It's a pawn that is easy to attack. So I actually think that now with this trade, black gained some activity, and therefore I'm not sure that white should have traded that, but we'll see. Okay, the evaluation is completely equal. There is no easy plan for white. Yeah, probably trying to create a second weakness. As they say, big experts always say that you cannot win a game of chess with one only weakness. You do need to have a second weakness, and to have that you kind of need to create that. So how about pushing the pawn h4, h5, and probably h6. Now knight h5 is making it a little bit less possible. Also g4 probably is a good move, improving the king, and now we will see soon. I mean, we will have to defend this g4 pawn, but then we'll push. We'll definitely push. h4, h5 should be the way. Now bishop to c8. Okay, black is trying to do something. Also, mind the fact that black is 243 rating points higher. So black is a clear favorite here. Now what is interesting is that those squares, black squares, are being more and more weakened. And now after knight e5, if knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, then we cannot play f4, and I am a little bit worried here. I feel like positionally white is struggling, but there is still a plan. You know, in blitz is always easier to attack. Well, the bishop on d3 is very bad. Now the bishop on c8 is way better. The light squared bishop for black is way better than his opponent of white. We can see that. Well, whenever the bishop is surrounded by its own pawns, it's not the bishop. This thing, you know. Already we have discussed that many times. Now bishop takes g4 is probably an option that black considers, but there is gonna be knight takes e5, pawn takes e5. Yeah, okay, let's not forget that white is a pawn up, so probably giving away this pawn is also reasonable, because this is how you simply can get back the harmony. Because here I remind you once again, oh, it's a blunder, just realized it. There is a rook. The rook is on a hold, so when white black is thinking bishop takes g4, and after knight takes e5, I get it now. If knight takes e5 and queen takes rook on e1, then there would be knight takes to g4, and then there's gonna be two pieces. There would be two pieces, two bishops against the rook. Two bishops are 10 times stronger than the rook. Well, probably not 10, but at least 9. Now we have bishop on g4 attacking the knight on f3. That is nice. And what is gonna be happening next? Oh yeah, now there is a threat, because bishop takes f3, and that is why white has just put their rook away, because they do not want to let it disappear from the board. That is the right decision. Okay, once again, I do want to point out that here black is having a better strategical situation, because their pieces, all the pieces are strong, they're attacking. You see there is a harmony, and white pieces are defending. So once again, I do want to point out that it might have been a serious strategical mistake to take that knight, if you remember, on a5 with a bishop, giving black some play, because before that there was absolutely no play. Now we can see if white's knight has to go to g1, then Whoa! Oh, that's beautiful! Did you see that? Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. Wow, bishop h3, and now after knight takes h3, there was queen takes queen g4 check, intermediate, then queen forces the king to go back, and then queen took that knight, and now everything is so good. Already pawn taken, yeah, completely lost position for white, and therefore, yes, proves the example. Not giving your opponent a play where you can, yeah, a material is not like one pawn doesn't worth all that activity. The black didn't have any plan, and now he just got out the game. All right, let us see what games are still in progress, because there are so many. Yet we have here Grishuk, Alexander Grishuk. Look at him, he lost to someone. Well, probably he made 2 draws. That is interesting. Yeah, queen h1 was also a mate, but black decided to win a queen. Well, I heard once Alexander Grishuk is saying, oh, what a mouse sleep. I heard once Alexander Grishuk is saying, if you have an option between mating one and winning a piece, you should winning a queen or mating one, you should probably take a queen, because mating one can be a vision. It can be actually false. Yeah, it can be something that you what? Oh wow, that's actually probably the right thing. Yeah, here we have a game. I mean, you understood my point, right? Always take a queen if you have a choice between mating one and taking the queen. We have just seen a draw between Max Leto and Baltrax Tour. And for those who do not know, Max Leto is yet another streamer who streams on YouTube in Russian. Maxim Mariev is his name. Is a very popular streamer, especially because he plays the Grob with 1 g4. So those who like Grob, please go and take a look at his content. Now, what do we have here left? There is woman candidate master Elimi26 from Russia, who is facing yet one more streamer from France. I remember this is Stefan, cannot recall his name, but he is streaming right now. You can go and check at his channel as well. And white is here completely lost. We can see that, simply counting the material. So nothing interesting for us, therefore. Although not so many games here. How many streamers are playing? Evgeny Shuvalov with white pieces is about to convert his disadvantage, if I can say so. Oh no, Evgeny, you shouldn't be trying to win so hard. Okay, right? Good thing for white here is that even after having lost the bishop, the position is still drop. Wait, what? That was a draw. He lost some time. White lost some time. Oh no. Oh, that is a pity. That is a Yeah. Okay, what actually would be the move? Okay, here you should just play probably with the rook like this, and then you could go with the king, and it's gonna be just checks. Yeah, there was nothing dangerous here. Absolutely nothing dangerous. Pity, pity, pity. Okay, that is about that, and we are about to enter. We have just entered to the round 6. Now let's take a look at someone we haven't seen yet. So many grandmasters and international masters. Exotic Princess! Exotic Princess is Bahadur Chababa, and guess what? He's now in Riga preparing for Isle of Man. So he is playing from the hotel room, and he's now with black pieces, and we see sort of King's Indian. Oh, it was actually Benoni, if I recall it correctly. Now, Bahadur is facing a young grandmaster from Russia whose name is Arseny Nesterov, and this is an interesting matchup. Bahadur is very famous for his dancing classes when he holds those parties after his chess streams. So those of you who like seeing grandmasters dancing, do not hesitate to go and check out Bahadur's channel as well. And now looking at this position, we have a kind of King's Indian, but okay, I already said that. It's a Benoni and it's a King's Indian. Actually, those structures are pretty similar. Now we have this bishop on f4 that is about to be retreated back, because he is treated with respect, because the knight has just attacked that bishop, and now the bishop is gone, and that is a safe option. f5 is a very typical way to attack the center. I do agree with that one. Now the bishop on g7 is extremely strong. This is actually the strongest piece. Also, what is nice here that black can have an access to e5. And now white would actually be willing to play f4 to control this e5, but no, not so easy, because f4 would actually block the bishop on h2. And that is not something that we would like. And a sense of how strong Riga is. Bahadur is ranked 94 of 100. Is that correct? Oh boy, that is insane. That is insane. But as I said already before, I believe Bahadur is not the only one who is now in Riga waiting for the round 1, which will actually start tomorrow, as far as I remember, on 27th of October. And yeah, this Grand Swiss is a very, very big event which unites so many professional elite chess players, and this time for the very first edition we also have women's Grand Swiss, and I personally am so happy about that. The only thing that I am not happy about is that I'm not playing there, but that is about to be changed, right? We are working on it. So now, getting back to the position that we have right now here, once again, I do prefer black, but computer doesn't agree with me, and I'm asking myself why. Probably, perhaps of the center? Is that the right option? Also, one thing I understand now, there is this bishop on g7, and it is super strong on this diagonal, but it is actually not stronger than the bishop on h2, because the bishop on h2 attacks the d6, the weakness of black, and black's bishop on g7 doesn't attack anything, so that is a huge difference. Also, what I can see now, there is this king on h1 and the king on h8, and if you ask me which king is weaker, okay, I actually don't have an answer for that one, so I just improvised. Now, okay, knight to e5. Well, I still prefer black here, but I guess the position is just about to be constantly changing, because it is a dynamic position and we do not have much time. So we can see that white has just pushed e5, and that is a typical plan that you do in such kind of Benoni positions. Yeah, you kind of every time want to prepare e5. So usually whenever e5 happens on the board, we have two options. Either white is about to get harakiri, or to make harakiri, or white is crushing black. And what just happened to the queen? I haven't seen that. Oh wow. E takes f6, rook takes e2, f takes g7, and now, okay, I get it. So black sacrificed two pieces and the rook versus the queen, but two pieces and the rook are stronger than the queen. So that is, yeah, that is actually dubious. Okay, either way, now the position is still equal, probably because, as I told you, remember I said f4 would be the plan to fight for e5, but be careful with f4 because f4 blocks the bishop. So what I can point out in this position is that White's pieces are extremely passive. They're lacking some harmony, some coordination, if you want me to be more precise. And that's why probably the position is equal, but now I would give my preference to White. This game is very interesting. We have so many different kinds of positions, and all of them are super interesting to discuss. We almost forget it's a blitz game, because usually in blitz you really do not go deep into strategy. You just see the 1, 2, 3, 4 happening on the board. Okay, so we didn't refresh. Now this is what we have, and now black is better. Ooh, Badur is proving his knight a4. Look at the bar. Look at the bar. The bar is not happy. So this is a very unique example. No, the bar is happy. This is a very unique example of situation where two pieces and the rook are knight h4. Two pieces and the rook are weaker than the queen. But now look at this. Knight h4 is the only move, and Badur needs to find it. The idea is to weaken the king because he hasn't found it. Okay, but also White has an only move, and yeah, so many mistakes here. It's normal. Arseny is only 12 seconds on time, so yeah. Then the pawn will push, and then another pawn will push, but somehow, oh boy, here there's just such a time scramble. Do you see that bird jumping here and there, giving White advantage, black advantage, White advantage, now again black. Oh, and the moment I say that, but every single time, the only way how black can actually get a big advantage is after knight h5, but Badur doesn't play that. Knight h5, did see knight h5, I meant knight h4, and look at this, he put a pawn on h4, and now he doesn't have this idea anymore. But the queen doesn't have any move. Oh, okay, there's queen g4, but h3 is still not helping, and now finally White takes the control of the h4 square. It's gonna be no knight h4, that was the move. Okay. Oh. Seems like White is about to win. Yeah, well, now everything is pretty safe for White, because did you see all those pawns? I mean, how many times did the evaluation change in this game? That is insane, and I assume that's not the last time. Now, king d8 is very important. King d7 wouldn't be possible because of rook takes g6, king takes g6, oh, queen takes g6, and then there would be... Wait. Somehow black activates his knight, and that is a good thing because you can jump with a knight. You can jump. Oh no, it's not. It is. It's not. Actually, now. Wow, look at this bar. It is. I feel like we should just stop and watch. No, actually, this is losing, I believe. Yeah, this is losing. You see, there is this rule. Whatever you have knights close to your king, there will never, ever be any perpetual check. There's gonna be never... Okay, that's mate. Yeah, wow, what a game. What a game. So many ups and downs, so many swindlers. That is that was an action. That was a big action. Well, we should thank our heroes, Arseny Nesterov and Badur Jabbar, for creating such a fight in one single blitz game. Okay, now that means I believe... Oh no, actually it wasn't the longest game. Who else do we have here? We should take a look. There is this Fair Chess on YouTube who is Dmitry Andreikin, but he's about to lose because the queen will... Oh, about to win. Alexei Sorokin, yeah. Andreikin was with White. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, here we have two more, and these are Fidemaster versus Snow Lord from Russia versus Vuk 2000 from Serbia, international master. And seems like it is losing for White because, I mean, if there wasn't that for that pawn on a5, then everything would be fine. But here, yeah, unfortunately, not enough material. And Mr. Carthy Stone from Switzerland is about to make a draw. Philidor, we're gonna see Philidor versus Alexander King from United States. What a good name, Alexander King, National Master. I like that name. Okay, here we have some normal situation, right? We have it with the rook coming and then the pawn. And Philidor. Okay, there is this rook. Only move. Rook f8. Rook f8. You need to know that. No! No! What a shame. National Master 2573 rated on Chess.com doesn't know Philidor position. It's actually not. It's still a draw. Okay, how did that happen? How many mistakes did they do? No, it's still draw. Wait, but this is hilarious. Okay, now there is nothing to see, but I really want to see this moment. Like, let's take a look here. You needed to play this move to take the control of this f3, and now on check you go here, and this is gonna be a draw. All right, but instead he did this check. I'm interested in this situation. He did this check instead. And what was next? And after king f3, king g1. Don't tell me this is still a draw. Oh, it's because it's a... no, wait, it's not... It is not a draw. We actually have a table base. We do have a table base. So we could check that. Yeah, the game initially finished in a draw. Wow. No, this is something I really love. I mean, endgames, basic endgames, one really needs to work them. Okay, but we didn't have time, unfortunately. Let's go for the round number 7. Who else can we take a look at? Who would you prefer? Chess Queen. Yet one more player from Riga. Chess Queen has successfully arrived to Riga yesterday. I saw that in her social media, so she's also preparing to the Grand Space by playing Untitled Tuesday. What a nice way. I really love that. You know, the world has changed so much. The professional chess world has changed dramatically. No, don't say that. Yeah, incredibly changed a lot. Let's just say the world has changed a lot. I say that because in the previous times, let's say, I don't know, 10 years ago, it was slightly, it was very much not. No, wait. Okay, now I'm struggling with English. So it used to be not a great idea to play, like, let's say Blitz or some other like tournaments like this before a big over-the-board event with long time control. But look at those players. Now this is how they train, and this is very, very nice to see. Okay, now getting back to the board. What do we have here? This is some kind of a Joko piano, as we have seen. Now, Black has just pushed d5. Also, we should probably introduce the opponent of Alexandra, who is International Master Dan Laz from Belarus. Okay. And now everything is being treated. Chess Queen doesn't have the best pawn structure. There is this d3 pawn, which is quite a weak pawn. It is not a backward pawn, but it is a weak pawn, because it cannot be protected by any other pawns. But oops, look at what happened. Chess Queen has heard us, heard our commentary and said, well, Dina might actually be saying some good stuff here on the official broadcast of Untitled Tuesday. And she immediately played d4, preparing or getting rid of this weakness, because now let's take a look at this. Pawn on e5 cannot take the pawn on d4 because of the pin. Boom, the rook on e8 is not protected. Now we have e4, okay, attacking the king. So that is actually, from one side, good for Black, because you kind of improve your pawn structure, but from other sides, d4 is now super strong. It is not a weakness anymore, it is protected, so everything is great here for white. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, why did I decide that everything was great for white? Because we have two wings two sides, yeah, king side and queen side. And in the end games, where we have kings, both kings on one side, it is important to have a pawn majority on the other side. So here, queen side, white has a pawn majority. And not only that, white also has a lot of space advantage thanks to this a5 pawn. So if we compare situation on where white has a pawn majority and where black has pawn majority, we do see that Chess Queen has way better pawn structure, and that's why she's better. Although I do have to say that advantage is not that big. Also now with f4 coming, yeah, everything is getting a little bit complicated. I'm curious to know if Chess Queen is streaming the event or just playing. Could you guys please confirm that in the chat if she is streaming as well, or if she is only participating as a player. Now, we do see that there have been some trades, and now the position is more or less equal, but once again, I do prefer white. Now, the knight will come to e5, is gonna be feeling good there, while black's knight will come to d5 and attack c3, and that's probably why Chess Queen decides to put her knight on e3 to control this d5. Now, objectively, the position might actually be closer to equal, but I believe it's about your endgame technique, and Chess Queen has an amazing technique. It's not for nothing that she has just won a World Cup. Okay, who is going to confirm if Chess Queen is streaming or not? I'm still waiting for your messages in the chat, and in the meantime, we have just seen the knight trades. Now the rook will come to the last ring. Ooh. Will that give something to white or not? What is interesting here, both players are taking, are playing very fast. So we are already in the endgame, and they still have 1/3 of all the whole time that they had on for the game, which is actually a very good decision. Yeah, this is actually very wise. Okay, so let's take things seriously. White has an extra, no, nothing extra. White has an open file, but black can any moment play rook e6 and there is going to be no extra file. Although rook e5, and now on rook e6 there's going to be rook c5, but there is this rook c5, rook e3. Okay, this game is going to finish in a draw. That is my my assessment. She's not streaming, someone else is commentating Chess Queen's stream. Okay, that is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense because she probably wants, you know, to concentrate on chess part of it as much as she can. Now, look at this. There was d5. Interesting idea, d5. Didn't happen. Okay, now there is some worry here for Chess Queen because black's king can actually come to f5 and then, well, yeah, black's king is better. But there is no plan. There is no plan. You cannot transfer the rook anywhere. Ooh, uh-oh. d6 is the only move because if you move the king away, then everything's gonna be passing. Now check. King goes away. Okay, still equal because black is a pawn up. White attacks a6 and white attacks h6. So this is a double attack. So this is fine. But yeah, when we look at this a little bit a pawn up, so I assume it is black here who is trying their best. And now, okay, Chess Queen moves the rook away because she wants to check the king from behind, and she also wants to push the pawn to promote. This is pretty smart. Yeah. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so the king will come. And then he will come, and then the pawns will push. I'm trying to find the plan, but look at this. Okay, now, oh, black is repeating the moves. We're about to see 3 times repetition. That is gonna be a draw, and that is the result. All right, fair enough. But it is still a great performance for Chess Queen because Chess Queen is one of the highest rated chess players, female chess players on Chess.com, I actually think. So I have just hosted a very strong online tournament for women last Saturday, Amazon's Pride on Chess.com. And the strongest participant was Bisara Sobaiva, she's 2700 and something. There was also Katerina Lagno, 2700 and something. But all other participants were way below that. So Chess Queen being 2715, it might be one of the strongest ones again. So yet a great result. She has made a draw against 2866 International Master. So that is a great achievement. That is a great achievement. Now let's take a look at this Grandmaster from Brazil, Rafael Leitao. What is he doing here against the International Master, who is actually a maestro from Russia? Okay, Rafael is with a knight up, but it's not enough. Even if this pawn falls, you cannot win with a rook versus a knight versus a rook unless... Oh my god. Oh, what a terrible... No, you cannot pre-move that. What a terrible pre-move. What a terrible mouse sleep. What was that? I think it was a pre-move. Look at this. Rook e3. No, actually, it was a blunder. It wasn't a pre-move. It was a blunder. Knight e4, stepping right into the fork. Boom. What a pity. What a pity. What a blunder from Maestro. Okay, and that is a win for Rafael. Okay, now what's next? Let's see who else is there fighting like a monster. We have this Pavel Chess coach, International Master, who has just checkmated his opponent. Okay, one last game from the round 7 is about to be played, and that is here. Okay. See. Oh my god. Oh, was that then? Okay, maybe the position was lost anyway. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a loss. It's gonna be a loss. And then we will enter to the round 8. And the round 8 is a great round. You know why? The round 8 is a great round because we will be having a break just after that round. And that's it. Okay, so this was a win. Now let's refresh. Round 8 will start in any second. And there we go. Who is leading currently? Let's take a look. Sviridov Valery. Whoa. Valery Sviridov with 7 out of 7. The only person, national master from Russia. Wow. You know, everybody have been asking me. We should actually see how Valery is playing. What is he doing, by the way? Everybody is asking me, who is Valery? Do you know him? I don't know him. Well, I have met Valery several times in over-the-board events in Russia. And he, as far as I remember, he was an international master or grandmaster. But I have no idea why his title is here as a national master. Though probably this is... yeah, some kind of formalities, but believe me, Valery is way stronger than just a national master, and that is why he has already been a star of so many events on Chess.com. Let me remind you, he was also in Grand Swiss Speed Chess Championship. He was in that knockout round of 16, as far as I remember. He has participated in the whole 4 events of the Swiss of qualifications for the main events, and yeah, he's extremely strong, and yeah, it's not surprising he's so strong here with 7 out of 7. Now let's take a look at what he's doing here. Oh, and I just realized that accidentally, I don't know why and how it happened, but it is indeed a wow, because he's facing Hikaru. What an interesting matchup. And Hikaru is with 6.5 out of 7. That means Hikaru made a draw with someone. And I am very curious to know who was that lucky winner of half a point versus Hikaru. If you know that and you saw that, please let me know in the commentaries. I am taking a look at the chat. Now, getting back to the board, we have this bishop on g7, which is pretty bad. In front of the pawn on e5. There is also the pawn on f4. So from one side, looks like black has advanced and got some advantage, but that might actually be more of a weakness than of advantage. And well, we do have a double fianchetto for black. Oh, sorry, for white. The bishop on b2 controlling e5, and the bishop on g2 also taking care of everything here. Okay, that is pretty fair. Now bishop e6, right? But look at the bar. The bar prefers white. Why? Why so? I actually wanted to suggest knight to g5. Ay, ay, ay. Bishop f6, kicking the rook away. And then the knight will come to d7. I am a little bit feeling that white has lost some of their advantage, although there is still an open file. There is an only open file in this position, and it does belong to white. So that is a good thing. That is a good trend. Now rook f7 is a must thing to do. Alright. Hikaru draws was against the previous opponent. Okay, Arseny Nesterov. Ooh, okay, so this is the lucky person. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Now g5. Okay, g5, and then the pawns will push. Fine, makes sense. And what else? What else? Actually, this is pretty. This is making more and more sense to me, because it seems like black is about to prove the pawn on f3 being more of a strength than a weakness. Yeah, well, white is still okay though. White should probably expand their territory on the queen side, pushing the pawn to c5 and then the knight to somewhere good. Okay. And what else? We would say the pawn. Okay, the knight to b4. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now h3. Well, h3, and probably on g4 you kind of want to play h4. And that is very smart, because like this you block everything and then black will not be able to create open files. Although when you see this rook e1 getting away from the open file and putting the rook in front of the pawn, you kind of think that the position of white is not having any way to improve. But at the same time, Valery is with 7 out of 7, so a draw for him is not a bad result. Okay, I just got a confirmation that Valery is indeed a Russian national master, but his classical over-the-board rating is 2450, which is a very solid 29, almost 3000 on Chess.com. We have so many players who are 24, 50, 25 in over the board and extremely strong online. So yeah, that is true. Now, what I see here in the meantime is not something that pleases me. No, that I like. Let's put it this way, because black has just taken the whole file, and now there is the pawn here. It seems like Hikaru has overplayed his opponent. Knight e4. Okay, knight b6 is probably the best. Now the pawn will push. Now bishop d3. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. White is about to get worse and worse. Here, after knight takes, rook takes, and now bishop, yes, bishop g6. And seems like white is extremely strong. Now, you see these pawns? They have proven to be strong. They have proven to be a very big achievement. Probably putting the king to d1 would be smart, but this rook, oh boy, this rook on d2, he's not a rook. This is not how you treat your rooks. This is not a sign of respect. But at the same time, I don't think it was on purpose. Okay, so the threat is king d4, and then probably, okay, here white can actually consider the option of rook d1, and then king d2, but we have just seen knight c5. Knight c5, we have rook to e8. Alright, rook to e8. Yeah, the plan could be to put the rook... Oh, wait. Knight d3, king d4, check. And then taking the piece. Alright, makes sense. And we are about to enter the Zugzwang. Okay, king c1. Now rook e2. Rook e2 is gonna happen, then rook b2. Alright, now rook e2. No, Zugzwang! Oh no. Wow. How to improve? How to improve for Hikaru? Hikaru is waiting. Why is he waiting? Wait, what is Hikaru doing? Draw 3 times repetition, but the computer says the position is completely equal. Wow, what an... I mean, sorry, equal. Did I say equal? Computer says that black is completely winning. Wow, what an achievement for Valeri. I'm so curious. It seems like black... Okay, let's take a look. It was here. So rook e2. Hikaru needs to play rook e2. And then rook d2. Just go here. And then it is a Zugzwang. And then white does not have any move. Because this rook b2 is not possible anymore. Because... Is it that the king will... No, the king won't come. Okay. Dina pretending she's the smartest. But actually things are not so simple, attacking the bishop. Okay, never mind. We're still in the round 8, and there are still some players here who are facing their opponents. Here, look, Chess Queen is about to win. She has just blocked the opponent's rook, and now promoting her own. Amazing result. No, actually, she's about to lose. She's about to lose because Chess Queen is having black pieces. Yeah, that is an important correction. Right. Yeah, Chess Queen lost, unfortunately. Who else is still playing in the round 8? We have Alexander Bortnik, who is also streaming. You can go and check out his channel. And this is a typical Bortnik position. Oh, pity, finished the draw too quickly. I didn't expect that. Bortnik is a very big expert of flagging king and the rook versus king and the rook. Okay, here we see that black king is getting mated. Now this is interesting. Woman candidate master from Russia is about to desperately try to convert her extra pawn, but I believe it's not so easy to convert. Yeah, white king is... Who is playing for a win here? Uh-oh. Who is playing for a win here? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, I put my money on white. Yeah, you know what? Oh! Oh, wow! And black is winning. I lost my money. Black is winning. Nice. Okay, maybe I will see this position till the end because I made a bet. So it's not... You know, sometimes when you play Blitz, Yay, give me my... Yeah. I didn't lose anything. The game finished in draw. I was just about to say that I'm very big true. I was just about to say the golden true. Is that the thing? I was just about to say that in Blitz, knight is stronger than the queen because queen can step into the fork, and here is what just happened. Yeah, right. No. That was a very much expected thing. Okay, all the games of the round 8 have finished. Let us now take a look at the standings. We do have Valery Sviridov as a sole leader with 7.5 out of 8. And 8 more people with 7 out of 8. And Hikaru is among them. So that means that there's gonna be 4, 9, 10, 11. 3 more rounds. 3 decisive rounds are about to take place very soon in actually 5 minutes because it is a time to make a break, and for the players as well as for me. So I am about to get a very short break, but I will be back in a moment, so stay tuned for the final 3 rounds of the Title Tuesday. and welcome back to Title Tuesday. We are about to enter to the 3 last and final rounds, and so far we have Valery Svilidov, national master from Russia, who is leading the whole thing with 7.5 out of 8, and just behind him we have so many fighting players. We have 8 players with 7 out of 8, and among them we have the one and only Mr. Hikaru Nakamura. Now let us see if the games have already started or have not, and what are your expectations so far, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, there we go with the games. Who do you think has the biggest chances to win this event? Now let's take a look. Okay, there is Valery Svilidov, and he is facing Fair Chess on YouTube, who is also Russian player, Grandmaster Dmitry Andreikin. That is correct. This is his name. Okay, so what do we have here? We do have, what is this kind of position? Okay, this is actually ready. Yeah, this is something I have tried recently playing myself with white pieces, fianchetto bishop, and also the double fianchetto, and then actually, now that I say it, it might have been b3. No, thanks God, it's not. It's not f3 and g3, because that would be hilarious. Yeah, so this is what we have here. And okay, so white has 2 bishops, which will be pointing out into everything, where actually black has the exact same thing. But black has attack. It's just attack the center first with d5. Okay, and now white moved away the knight. Now, offering this trade, whose favor is it in? I actually think it is in white's favor, because this dark squares and this bishop on g7 is protecting the king. So black does need to be really careful about this trade. And okay, this is what we have. Now, also thinking about what else could actually happen in this game. Well, white would really like to take the center as well, either to push d or e pawn. Okay, this is the trade. And as I said, b takes c4, by the way, is important. No, why? B takes to bring the pawn to the center, and then d4. Then you would have the whole center. Why are you trading the queens? You have just gained this bishop on g7. Now you can attack. Okay. Well, apparently, Mr. Svilidov is a strategical player, because he actually wants to go to the endgame instead of complicating the position in the middle game. And that is a fair decision. Okay, that is understandable. Now look how he trades the rooks. Seems like he just wants to make a draw. I mean, it's not how they play, of course not. But seems like white is avoiding all the complications on purpose. That means that white can actually, or may actually, have a certain strategy, probably trying to push your opponent to take risks. Yeah, that could actually be true, because you're playing a strong GM. No, but it's not about who are you playing. Look at their ratings on Chess.com online. They have almost the same rating. The GM is only 10 points higher. It is nothing. It's not a difference. So it means in this ground, in this field, in this grass, and with these shoes, Valery is just as strong as the GM Andreikin. So I do not think that this is the reason. I doubt this is the reason, but probably something else, yeah. Well, maybe, we don't know, but maybe this has been Valery's strategy so far. He's playing calm, solid, and positional chess, and his opponents do go and make that speed, which is actually showing all the rudders, and then they take all those fines for extra speed, you know, and then they lose. But look at this, by the way, while I'm trying to explain what is happening, white has achieved something. They have put the pawn on e5 and now having some space advantage. And you know, there is this thing which is at the same time completely right and completely wrong. The knight endgames are absolutely the same as pawn endgames, and therefore you should treat them in the same time. And in pawn endgames, a factor that gives you an advantage is space advantage. And here is what white gained with the pawn on e5, but the game has just finished with a draw. 3 times repetition, so nothing exciting here. Let's go. Let's see who else is playing and who can be more producing some more interesting things for us. Okay, who we can take a look at who we haven't seen. How about, okay, we have Grishuk. We have already seen him's games, but Grishuk is such a star that you cannot miss him when he's playing. Yeah, you cannot. You cannot miss him, Grishuk. What is he doing here? Okay, let's count. Grishuk has 5 pawns, and his opponent has only 2. So that makes Grishuk being in a better situation. Okay. Advantage? Can we say so? Well, the thing is that the e5 pawn is a weakness. It is a passed pawn, but it's also a weakness. Now he plays queen g4, interesting, attacking the pawn on g6, and also probably, look at this, there is a little threat here, knight to f6, attacking the queen on b4, threatening this tek check. Okay, there is queen b1, king h2, and rook takes e5. This is something that will happen. Yeah, it's just happened. Now what is next? Okay. Yeah, he literally did everything to get symmetrical pawn structure. Yeah, that was the case in the previous game. Yeah, I agree. Well, he was not willing to take the risk. Although he was with white, so he didn't even try. Yeah, I see what you mean. We don't know, but yeah, probably. Okay, let's concentrate on Grishuk's game. Here, I have to point out that Arseniy and Nesterov have been showing an amazingly strong level, because look at who he is playing with. Oh, wow, what's that? Was it a blunder? Yes, no? I don't know. Wow, did you see that bar going completely crazy all of a sudden? Now Grishuk will try to convert his advantage, because white does have an advantage here. A queen and a knight, please remember that. A queen and a knight is stronger than a queen and the bishop, because there is only one piece that queen cannot. Oh, and this has just been a blunder. Is there a perpetual though? King f3. Queen... Oh, maybe there is a perpetual though. Yeah, maybe that was on purpose. Yeah, so normally a queen and a knight are stronger than knight f5? Was it knight f5? He didn't try knight f5. Probably was knight f5. Oh, king g2. Well, there is gonna be... Yeah, this is gonna be a draw. Knight f5. There was this knight f5. But yeah, queen and a bishop is not as strong as queen and the knight. You just need to know that when you have a choice. Okay, this game finished in draw. Bravo, Arseniy has made a decent result, but yet one more extremely strong entitled achieved player. No, that's not the right word. Who else do we have here? Oh, there we go. Victoria Tarasova, a woman international master from Russia, is fighting against the FIDE master, and Victoria has an extra knight. She's about to win. Whoa, this is nice. And now she's getting the pawn. She needs to get that pawn. Although this pawn is also very strong. Okay. How will Victoria... Okay, now knight takes the pawn. And then we convert. Knight takes and then we push. Yeah. And then we push and the knight comes here. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh no! Victoria! What have you done? Oh no! Victoria, what have you done? Okay, there... Yeah. Well, at least there is a draw here. But Victoria... No. This is not how we convert. Pity. Alright, let's go. Who else do we have here? The Big Boss. I love this name. The Big Boss is about to defend. Oh, almost similar position as before. Yeah. The big boss is playing versus National Master 2b4. 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 Wow. Wow. Nice. Okay, so we have this bishop and the pawn versus a rook. Yeah, this is a draw. It's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a draw forever. So in fact, we do not want to see that. But that's the only game that is left, so we didn't have any choice. Oh, you say Jabava is leading. That is interesting. Dancing lessons. We will make sure to provide him those. This is actually a draw as long as someone is not flagging. Uh-oh, black is risking. Okay, now gain some time. Black is risking to flag. Do not flag. I assume black is playing for a win, but how do you do that? It's a completely drawish position. Okay, draw. Happen draw. Okay, nice. And now we are entering to the round 4. Oh, sorry, did I say 4? Round... Why would I say 4 when we're under... It's around 10. And let us take a look at the standings. Seems like we have seen some changes here. Look at this. Who is leading? Azeri Chess, Shahriar Mamedyarov, 8 out of 9. Exotic Princess, 8 out of 9. Hikaru Nagamura, 8 out of 9. Valery Suridov, 8 out of 9. 4 players have 8 out of 9. And we do need to see their games. Okay, Exotic Princess. It has been such a long time we haven't seen him playing. And Exotic Princess is facing Hikaru. Yay, that is exciting. What do we have here? Exotic Princess. Yes, Mr. Princess. Well, I'm genuinely wondering how Badur would come up with such a name. It's a good one. You cannot argue. It's a good one. And here we have this typical Scotch position. I think I have played those myself. Oh wow. I actually think I had absolutely the same line in the World Cup this July. That is interesting. It always feels nice when such Grandmaster says Badur and others are copying your lines. Yeah, feels good, man. Here we have this queen on e1. The idea is very typical. You push the pawn to f3 and then you go with the queen to g3 and then you attack. And that's probably king h1 would be unimportant. Also, bishop e3 is something that he might be preparing. Bishop e3, because this bishop on a7 is the strongest position of black. Now, White is considering either to let bishop takes b3 or to move the knight away. But you do not have any proper square where to put it. Okay. And bishop... Okay, bishop, yeah, bishop, and knight takes. Oh, Naru had Rebecca Watson as one of his nicknames. Yeah, that is a good detail. Yeah, correct. Recently, Jabava had the wins versus Hikaru. Is that true? Wow, this is interesting. What would you put? Oh, who would you define here as in this game? Yeah, did you see bishop a3, the exact move that I predicted? And also bishop takes b3 and pawn takes b3, but let that exchange or trade happen. And also the thing that I predicted now, d5 e5 is gonna happen. And of course I personally prefer here white. I always prefer white. Now d4, here we need to calculate who takes who and who is faster. Queen a3. Oh, wait. Queen f3. Now d4 will be taking the knights, and then this pawn will take this knight, and then pawn will take on b2, and then pawn will take on g7. Probably okay. Now black will most likely take on f6, and then we'll take on c3. So what Badur is thinking? Exotic Princess, come on. Oh, it's Rebecca Harris. Well, either way, it's a female version of Naru, so that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now rook d1, and the bishop will jump to h7 soon. That is interesting. Okay. So what else do we have here? Yeah, bishop h7 is a threat. Yeah, it is a threat. And wait, Hikaru is thinking. Because actually, oh, okay, I didn't realize it, but look at this epic moment. Instead of, what was it, bishop h7? Instead of taking the knight, Bahadur took the pawn, saying this knight, it won't go anywhere. It is still here with me. And now we just had knight e7, bishop f5, rook e7, queen g4, and knight, ooh, knight b8. Now, when you see such moves as knight b8, you kind of think that that's not the way to go. That's not the right way. No, 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 no. That's not how you do that. Okay. Okay. Now, c6, rook to d1. We have two doubled rooks. Correct. And where is white's advantage? I assume white pieces are better. Okay, let's be realistic. Look at the knight on b8 and look at the rook on a8. And tell me honestly what you think about these pieces. I feel like it's gonna be an easy win for exotic princess. What do you think? No, really, look at this queen on g4 and the rook on g3 and now attacking on g7. Ooh, feels like a fire. The only move that black has is f6, but Hikaru is thinking. And when Hikaru is thinking, it makes you feel that Hikaru is actually a little bit worried. f6 he played, but why did he lose so much time? What was the option? Maybe there was another option, I'm not sure. Okay, now knight f8 is the only move, but there's gonna be queen f6 or queen h6. Okay, queen f6 is what Bahadur chose. Right, but this looks so good. This looks so good. Yeah, such a great play. Such a great play from Bahadur. Although evaluation bar is not giving much compliments. Surprisingly. Wow, the only move 95 is the one that Hikaru has just found. That is interesting. Okay. Why? Why? Wow. Okay, knight e5. And then the pawn will take on e5. And then, what will we have? The pawn will take on e5. Ooh, I'm not sure. Okay, Bahadur is thinking now, what is the choice? There are so many moves. What we do see here, is that the queen is still... Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Queen takes g3. Queen takes g3. What are you thinking of? It's easy. It's as easy as 2 + 2. Yeah, there was nothing to consider. I was just about to tell you, be careful, be careful. The white's queen is still under the pawn. So any moment you can forget about that and then someone will grab your rook and then your queen will be hanging, and that is just what happens. That is just what happened. I predicted it. I mean, I didn't have time to tell you, but I predicted it. Oh, what a pity. Exotic princess, you fought so well. You were so strong. That is a pity. Okay, what do we have? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to enter to the last round. Oh, we're about to enter to the last round. We still have some games in progress. Let's take a look here. Verdenote from England. This must be John Scavain, right? And he's facing yeah, Dmitry Andreikin. And what do they have here? Oh, blunder. Oh no, that pawn was a winning pawn and they didn't take it. No, pity. Okay, here. Wow, everything is happening so fast. I was just about to say it's gonna be a draw, and no, look at this. Time scrambles. Oh, be careful. Watch out. Yeah, this is correct. Rook f7. And then we'll just gonna be... Well, look at... Did you see that? Did you see that h2 pawn blunder? Oh my god, everything is changing so fast here. Wow. Those two grandmasters are playing like, okay, I don't want to say anything bad about them, but they definitely do not play like grandmasters. Did you see that? And that is understandable. They have 2 seconds on the clock. Who would play better than them? If you But that is funny. That is still funny. Do you see that? It's completely winning for black with this pawn pushing. Look at this. And then second pass pawn, he gives away because he blunders. No way, no way. Okay, we're about to enter the last round. That is exciting. I mean, you don't see the excitement in my words, but let's take a look at this one. This is the last one. Yeah, this would never happen to me when I am playing Untitled Tuesday. Of course not. This would never happen. By the way, for those of you who don't know me, I am Woman Grandmaster Dina Belenka, and I also stream, especially Untitled Tuesdays, and you can check out my streams on my Twitch channel, Belenka. And here what we see is that a candidate master from Uzbekistan, is that correct? Has just lost to international master from India. I wouldn't dare pronouncing their names because I know I would fail. Therefore, I am more than excited to go for the round 11. The last round is about to kick off, and we are really excited about that because who is actually leading? Let us take a look. Azeri Chess together with Hikaru. Mamedyarov and Hikaru are both leading with 9 out of 10. Please don't tell me Hikaru is gonna win it again. Please don't tell me that. It's gonna be too much. How many Untitled Tuesday has Hikaru already won? I think we should make a prize for a person who wins the biggest number of Untitled Tuesdays in a row, and then the biggest number of Untitled Tuesdays in a year. Because Hikaru is definitely going to take that one. Okay, so we do have it here, and the games are about to start. For the last round, round 11. Or, yes, there we go. Okay, not so that I would be happy with the games that I have, but that is the round 11. And how do we see that? Okay, maybe I'll try this way. GM Hikaru. Unable to follow GM Hikaru. Wait, Hikaru is not playing? Wait, what? Hikaru is not playing. Okay, that's weird. Oh, we are still in the round. This is the round 11. Okay. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes. Just for a second, I'm gonna refresh this because there is some thing I do not see. Okay, now Hikaru. Is he playing? Okay, now we got you. Okay, I'm getting back to you. And this one will also refresh. Okay, now I'm ready to get back. And now we have Hikaru. Okay, this thing is resolved. So what do we have here? Hikaru is facing... Yeah, okay, he's facing... You know who he's facing. He's facing... Mr. Shahriar. Is Shah in Riga right now? For all the marbles. On the stream of Chess.com. Yeah, we're making the marbles. And, okay, it seems like actually a troll. It seems like... Oh, no. Wait. Material. Wait. Hikaru is a piece down. He has 2 pawns versus... No, wait, what? No, it's not like this. Okay, let's start again. There is a rook and there are 2 pawns. So 5 plus 2 makes 7. And black has 2 pieces, a bishop and a knight. But in theory, I always prefer 2 pieces in those kinds of positions to 2 pieces to... Yeah, okay. Wow. Oh, it's Squid Game reference. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Now bishop takes d4, queen takes d4. No, wait. Okay, this is an amazing sacrifice, but there is gonna be... Yeah, wow. And then the rook would attack. It's... Wow. Oh, wow. This is so strong. I am... Wow. 93. Intermediate. Attacking. Here, the rook. Wow. And after rook takes d3, I should stop saying wow. But I just can't. Look at this. I don't understand much. Rook takes d3, bishop takes d3, and then bishop takes g7, queen to hg7. Okay, and then Hikaru would be with the... Okay, and this is what is happening. Yeah, bishop takes b2. But now it's just a piece. It's a p... Oh, wow. It's a p... I mean, you got me. Rook d6, and there are 2 pieces here. Okay, wow. Did you see that again? Yes, but this is just so insane. But what is happening after rook d5? I don't get it. Attacking 2 pieces. Do you get it? Okay. Black could have retreated the bishop anywhere. But what is... Okay. I don't even dare pronouncing the W word. Because do you just see what happened? Bishop c3. Intermediate. And now completely winning position for Shah. Shah is about to win the whole thing. Ooh, looks like Hikaru's streak. Which wasn't a streak. But Hikaru's not gonna win this one. No, look at this. Although there is this pawn. We need to be careful. a6. And then rook d6. Yeah, that is it. And then rook d6. But there is e5. Uh-oh. There's e5. e5, but then there is gonna be check. And there is gonna be bishop e6. But it's completely winning. Yeah, bishop e6. Just bishop e6. Yeah, that's it. You see, he understands it. He understands me. Like no one else. That is correct. Yeah, and what else? What else do we have? So the rook will come here, and then the plan is simple. I mean, white still has 2 pawns, but piece is stronger than those pawns, and it's an endgame. So there is not such an... Yeah, there is no counterplay here, that is the thing. And look at the time. Shah is so comfortable with 1 minute versus 30 seconds. h4 trying to trade pawns. Now, there is actually no threat. What is interesting, bishop is controlling this. Now, rook a4 attacking the h4 pawn. And, yeah. And the king will come. Seems like everything is fine. King f8, king e8, and then king d7. And the rook will not stay here forever. So it's actually super easy. I mean, normally Hikaru should resign this positions. Well, he wouldn't. I mean, if it was, let's say, probably if it... I mean, Hikaru never resigns, first of all, yeah? But like objectively, on their level, it's such a winning position. There is no swindler possible here. And what is even more precise is that, yeah, just taking with the rook. Just taking with the rook. That's it. And intermediate, and then bishop e6. Yeah, no, I mean, on such a level, it's a little bit, yeah, a little bit naive to be hoping to swindle, but you know, once again, it's online chess, so yeah, why not to try? But once again, oh, you see, Hikaru realized it and resigned, and we congratulate Shahryar Mamedyarov, who has just won Title Tuesday of October 26. Wow, what an amazing result with 10 out of 11. He's the sole leader. No one can get him because Jospem was just under him, but Jospem is 9.5 and Hikaru is 9 out of 11, and all the other people who are still fighting, for instance Verdenote, who is there, I mean, where is he? Verdenote is here versus Valery Svidridov. Verdenote is about to play. He's still playing, but he will only get 9.5. So meaning Hikaru is not even... Oh wait, what is the situation on the board? Oh, Valery is completely winning. I mean, yes. So Verdenote is gonna lose. So then we will have Jospem on the second spot. And then Hikaru will be probably... Hikaru is gonna be on the third. Well, that means a prize. That still means a prize for Hikaru. Yeah, we have it. Okay, so we have Jospem on the second Grandmaster from Peru on the second spot, and Hikaru is taking the bronze on the third place with 9 out of 11. And he shares this place together with exotic princess Bahadur Jabava, my favorite one, of course. And then we have, who's this guy? So we have here Angel 28 on the spot number 5 from United States. We have National Master Valery Sviridov on the 6th place, and then therefore all the others are under. We should still, see the games that are in progress. For instance, here we have Woman FIDE Master Shafru from Hungary. Is that correct? Yeah, Hungary, facing Wonderful Time. Wow, Wonderful Time is not having a wonderful time at all in this Title Tuesday, because 5.5 is not the score that he wants, and plus he's not even going to win this one. So Wonderful Time. Oh wow, he just tricked her. Wow, Min Lee is just tricked the lady from Hungary. Did you see that? What an amazing result. Wow, okay, bravo. Wonderful Time, 6.5 out of 11, but I'm pretty sure that's not the result he would be proud of. Therefore, the tournament has just finished, and we congratulate once again Shahriar Mamedyarov, who won it, who won the Title Tuesday of October 26th, and he takes home, let's take a look actually at the prizes. How much money does Shahriar Mamedyarov take this time? So here we have first prize $750, and then Mr. Jospin, Grandmaster from Peru, takes second prize with $400, and then the third. Oh my boy! Those games, which were still in progress, actually made some difference on the tie breaks, because look at this. Hikaru is now no longer on the spot number 3. In fact, Hikaru has been moved away by Exotic Princess. Congratulations to Bahadur Jabava, who made an achievement here, taking the 3rd place and getting home, to the hotel room in Riga. Getting to the hotel room in Riga, $150, and hopefully this will make him be ready for the start of a Grand Swiss, which is gonna start tomorrow. Hikaru is still playing, and Naziri is still playing. No, this is not how you're playing. Okay, let's go back to the prizes. So that being said, 4th place $100 to Hikaru, and best female as well as best stream will be announced shortly. So as far as for now, let me take care of this one. As far as for now, I am about to sign off, and those of you who do not know me, let me remind you once again, I am Woman Grandmaster Dina Belinkaya from Russia, and you can come and join me on my streams. I stream from the channel twitch.tv/thebelinkaya, and there is where I will be more than happy to see you all, everybody. And as far as for now, that has been an amazing time in your company. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you had the same. And let me wish you an amazing end of your day, and see you here very soon back again. Stay safe, everybody. Bye bye.